What's up, everybody? I'm Jacob. If you're new here, I talk a little bit about everything. If you like that, stick around a little longer. In today's video, I want to talk about the death of the Amazon warehouse worker. There are some things coming, not just through AI, but through a combination of different technologies. This would typically be in the realm of what they call RPA, robotics and process automations, in combination with AI, of course. And I've been seeing some things happening over the past couple of years that are starting to really pick up some steam. The first big thing that I want to talk about is Amazon and what they're doing with a project called Sparrow. Amazon, for several years now, has been investing very heavily. It's a little nebulous. I couldn't find any exact numbers, but they have been investing heavily, and they have been releasing press releases. And I'll show a demo here momentarily of this Sparrow system. But there's two big, huge problems that Amazon wants to solve desperately, because they want to take the human out of the entire logistics process. So everything in the warehouse. And eventually they also want to get rid of the driver. So, they've been talking about doing drones to deliver stuff, but drones aren't the best case scenario for everything. So we're probably a really long ways off from that. But the one thing that they're getting really close to is the two big problems is they need to develop a robotic hand that can pick up very tiny, delicate things to fairly robust things to very large, heavy objects, and combine that with what is called vision learning, image recognition. So this robot, with the dexterity of the human hand that can pick up many different objects, it can recognize all kinds of different things, like different brands of toothbrushes to the different bristle strengths, different types of mixed objects in the same box, so it knows which one to pick and put into what box. Lots of different things that humans can just do like that with no problem. Really easy to do. And I actually found some videos that are a couple years old that shows that they're making very good progress. But when they solve this problem, just think of the hundreds of thousands of jobs, well, maybe that's too much, maybe tens of thousands of jobs in the warehouse that people rely on to just make ends meet, real easy money, kind of mindless work. And that's the thing about a lot of this RPA, robotics and process automation, combined with AI. A lot of entry-level, low-skilled jobs, especially if they're repetitive and boring, are just going to go away. So let me pull up a video here. I want to show you something with the Sparrow project, just to show you kind of what they were doing a couple of years ago. And then I want to get into a little bit about what this robot process automation stuff is, and how previous innovations are being layered upon layer to come up with all these solutions. So this is more of what I was talking about, where they're combining the robot arm with the vision recognition. And you'll see in the boxes, there's different objects that are in the boxes, like a lotion bottle and some, odd shaped box, and then kind of like a plastic wrappy thing. Now watch this. This is the dexterity problem that I was telling you about. So look at the different kind, like a bag and then a solid box. Don't underestimate the significance of the power of the dexterity of this robot. It's not even like shaped like a hand. It's just suction of some kind. And I don't know what this is, but that's probably the vision. And then, I don't know, this thing's taking pictures, so that's something extra. Okay, a lotion bottle. I don't know what that is. That's so tiny I can't even see what the heck that is. But this is what human pickers would be doing right now in the warehouse. There's that plastic bag, fairly heavy, some sheets. And I don't know if each box represents an order or what the deal is, but I mean, look at that. That that is actually a major achievement. You have no idea how huge that is. So yeah, they're combining the AI, the vision, so it knows which object to pick up, and there are all kinds of different shapes and odd sizes, different textures. Um, yeah, so the robotic, the dexterity of the robotic arm, what is not as huge of a problem as the vision recognition or image recognition with AI, because that takes massive amounts of computational power for it to recognize the millions and millions of objects that it has in its inventory. And, that inventory is always, oh, a round object. This, I guess I'm nerding it up too much, but look at that. See, it went at an angle. Uh, wow. This video is like 2 years old. So right now what they're doing is they're experimenting very heavily until they could really scale this up. And so all those jobs, all that's going away. All right. So I think you get the point. So yeah, this is where things are going, and lots of low skill jobs, repetitive labor, all that's going away. And why I talk a lot about, like, if you're going to protect your job, you need to learn how to use generative AI for the jobs that'll be left over where they're still going to need humans to intervene. There's also another sector that's going to get wiped out, and that's going to be self-driving vehicles. And by the way, I think that this has been the plan all along, and that's why we had the Amazon strikes going on, and the workers were striking and complaining about the conditions. And you've seen the pictures of the pee bottles, in the warehouse where they couldn't even let them take breaks to take a pee and all that stuff. The fact that they never improved work conditions with all the complaining, and were very chintzy about giving raises tells me, not necessarily that the margins were low, but their plan all along was to get rid of the humans out of the warehouse and just stave as long as they could, just keep them in there as long as they could, as soon as they could scale up this technology and replace everybody else. So I think they're going to do the same thing with Uber, Lyft, and other companies, because Uber, another company, has been investing very heavily in self-driving cars. But before I get to that, I want to talk, or I want to explore a little more on what Sparrow is, so you can get a little better understanding. So I asked ChatGPT, how much has Amazon invested into their AI and robotics program called Sparrow? That's the code name for it. And Amazon has not publicly disclosed the exact amount invested specifically in the development of their AI robotics program, Sparrow. However, the company has made significant investments in robotics and AI technologies across its operations. So there's a lot of robots that go into the warehouses and bring the products to human pickers. That's been known for a while. And Project Sparrow is the like that last few inches before the product is taken out of the robot that brought it to the picker and put it into the appropriate box or cage that then goes onto a vehicle. So it's sort of like the last inch or the last foot that was always the sticky problem. Let's see. These investments encompass various advanced technologies, including item sorters, pallet movers, and automated guided vehicles, which support employees in their roles. So, sorry, I repeated myself. While specific figures for Sparrow are not available, it is part of Amazon's broader strategy to enhance efficiency and safety through robotics. So there's that. It'll be safer if we take the humans out, but honestly, it's just going to make it cheaper. Let's see. Then they can also scale and move more products 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The robots don't have to take pee breaks. They don't have to drink water. They just got to have power. That's it. Let's see. Then I asked, what is the purpose of Sparrow in terms of existing human workforce roles? Because in my mind, I'm thinking that Amazon, they're like I said earlier, their whole idea was they want to completely remove humans from the process all along. So I kind of wanted to get an idea of what roles humans still have in the warehouse, even though it was mentioning, some of the robotics that bring objects to the pickers, the human pickers and the drivers to put on their trucks. So let's kind of dig a little deeper here. So the key purposes of Sparrow are to automate repetitive tasks. Sparrow is designed to pick and sort individual items with high accuracy, reducing the reliance on human workers for these monotonous and repetitive tasks. So, yep, there's that. Enhancing workplace safety. So again, the safety thing, which is code for, our workers can't work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They have families and they need to pee and they need to eat, and we don't like that. So that's what that is. Let's see, increasing efficiency and speed. Again, humans, they make mistakes and they have to rest. Freeing humans for higher value roles. So here's that argument where they're saying that they can have humans do like more challenging tasks. So, Sparrow handling mundane tasks, employees can focus on roles requiring creativity, critical thinking, and interpersonal skills such as customer service, logistics planning, and equipment maintenance. Because you're not going to use your creativity and critical thinking to take widget X and put it in spot B. That's, But honestly, like how much of like shipping packages is really going to involve critical thinking and creativity? And the logistics planning is going to be done by the AI and software. So really all you have left is customer service. And, we know how that's going. A lot of AI is taking over that. So all you have left is equipment maintenance. So again, this is kind of getting back to what I was saying in other videos. If you want to have more resilience in your job, protect your job, trades. And part of, trades could also be electronics, robotics, learning how to build robots, repair robots, because these things are going to break down and they're going to want them to run 24 hours a day at scale. And that could be an example of a new job that'll just absolutely boom while everything else is getting decimated. So just pay attention to paths like that. Let's see, scaling for peak demand. During high demand periods such as holidays, Sparrow's efficiency can help meet increased workload requirements without overburdening the human workforce. Oh, how adorable. They care about humans. While Sparrow represents a move toward automation, Amazon emphasizes that it is intended to augment rather than replace the human workforce. I'm gonna have to call BS on that. Sounds like a lot of jobs are gonna get replaced. But when you're looking at other things, like when you're using generative AI to augment anything where you literally are creating something, yeah, sure. But we're just moving widgets around in a warehouse, so I call bullshit. All right, so the goal is to create a collaborative environment where humans and robots can work together to achieve greater productivity. Sure. So I also wanted to expand a little more on what I was talking about earlier, what the components of Sparrow are. So I asked ChatGPT, what are the core technologies with Sparrow? So Amazon's AI-powered robotic arm integrates several advanced technologies to achieve this functionality. Its design and capabilities showcase the cutting-edge innovations in robotics, artificial intelligence, and machine vision. So image recognition, all that fancy stuff. So it can look at like different brands of basketballs and know what the right one is to pick. Or it can recognize a basketball from a toothbrush, from sheets to lotion, like we saw in the video earlier. Or if I haven't shown it yet, I'll show you. Below are the core technologies that enable Sparrow's functionality. Computer vision. Function recognizes and identifies items in Amazon's inventory. So that's crucial at scale. There are hundreds of millions of items in Amazon's inventory, and that inventory changes by location, season. So there's all these things that humans can just do naturally. But when you use computer vision to do this at scale without having to allow humans rest, remove human mistakes once the AI is dialed in, Using these high resolution cameras and image processing algorithms, it gives the AI the ability to analyze objects and other physical attributes. Like, we saw the different textures of the objects that it was picking up out of one box and then sorting them according to where they were going to go off somewhere else. So that last foot or several feet where a human picker could just do that off the top of their head. I don't think a lot of people realize how major of an innovation it is to combine this computer vision. This technology's been around for a long time, but to do it at this scale is a mammoth achievement. And then combine it with this second item, artificial intelligence and machine learning. So with the vision, computer vision, now you have the decision-making process, for figuring out what the objects are, how to move the robot arm more efficiently to pick what object out and put it in what direction, any problems it can detect faster. And like I said, the vast amounts of data in Amazon's inventory and from fulfillment operations, the AI is just going to be able to just pick it, really quick, just know it really quick. And here's another advantage that I often forget about with AI is that the AI is learning. It can be trained and continuously improve what it's doing to be even faster and better and learn how to handle the objects more efficiently. Number 3, robotic manipulators. So handling items with precision and care. So it's equipped with multi-purpose effectors capable of grasping items of different sizes, weights, and fragilities. And don't forget textures. Textures are important because you got plastics and cardboard and gooey things and sticky things and slippery things. So that, like I said, the human hand, no problem. But for a single robotic arm to do that is another mammoth accomplishment. You have no idea. It's very difficult to do that. Let's see, motion planning and control systems. So ensuring the smooth and efficient robotic arm movement, force sensing and tactile feedback. So basically the robot arm's not like, picking up eggs with the force of a baseball bat, or, it's picking up objects that are heavy. It knows to use the right amount of force to lift it with either, without breaking it or moving it too fast and then setting it down too fast. It just knows how to pick up the object correctly, move it and set it down lightly depending on its weight. Very, again, another mammoth accomplishment to combine that in a single robotic arm. That is huge. Cloud computing, so, just all the computational power. Safety and collaboration features. So this idea again of making it safe for human workers. And, if you're going to make it safe for human workers, the only way to make it safe is have no human workers. I mean, let's just be real. And that's their goal. Let's just be honest. I'm just going to say it. And then data analytics and predictive maintenance. So this gets into like the RPA level of things, robotics and process automation. These are things that, technologies that have been around for a long, long time. But when you combine not only like the logistics and how to move things around, how to pick them up, move them around depending on weight, texture, size, where they need to go, how fast they got to get there. But now you can combine that with maintenance. Is this arm going to break down soon? Or, if I'm lifting more heavy objects than usual, maybe my arm's more likely to break in a shorter period of time. And over, massive amounts of data of moving things around and working in this environment, the AI is going to go, you might want to tighten a couple bolts before you turn me back on for the next day and stuff like that. So combining all those capabilities and knowledge together is pretty impressive. But again, like I said, the whole goal of this is to completely remove the human picker out of the process. Let's just be real. So these technologies work in unison to make Sparrow an intelligent, efficient, and adaptable tool for automating fulfillment tasks, enhancing operational capabilities while coexisting with the human workforce. So I guess what they mean by human workforce is the people that'll fix the arms. I mean, come on. So I also kind of wanted to expand a little more on like, what are the actual jobs that Sparrow's going to replace? So I asked ChatGPT, before Sparrow will be integrated, how does the human warehouse worker perform their duties? So it says, before the integration of advanced robotics like Sparrow, excuse me. Human warehouse workers performed most tasks manually or with the assistance of basic machinery. Their roles were highly physical and required them to handle various aspects of the fulfillment process. Below are the key duties on how workers traditionally perform them. 1. Picking. So locating and retrieving items from shelves based on customer orders. So, here it is. That flashing we kept seeing in the video, it was scanners. They're scanning the objects. So yeah, the challenge is it's time consuming as it often involves walking long distances, physically demanding, particularly when retrieving items from high shelves or heavy loads. Sorting. Grouping items based on orders or destinations. So we saw the robotic arm taking from one box that brought objects from the warehouse, to make it easy to bring everything together. And then it said, okay, well, I need this toothbrush for this box and this lotion for that box and this sheet for that box. Because I'm assuming those boxes were orders or probably going to a truck that goes to an area where all those orders are going. Or they need to go into like certain boxes that go into trucks, I mean. So, that's the big thing with sorting is that humans get tired because they're lifting and they can injure themselves. So they're saying that, the high potential for errors when sorting large volumes of items, right? So the mind after a while gets worn out, it's got to rest. And repetitive motion can lead to fatigue and ergonomic issues and injury. And 3, packing. Placing items into boxes and preparing them for shipping. So again, the humans are doing this mostly right now. The workers verify the accuracy and select appropriately sized boxes and securely packed items with protective materials. The challenges are manual packing can be slower and less consistent than automated methods. Repeated use of packing materials, taping, folding, etc. can cause strain injuries. And you know what? Let's be real. Some of these mofos, the way they pack my shit when it comes from Amazon, I don't know, man. Dents, dings. Sometimes they just throw crap in the box without any like padding or whatever. So, if the robots learn that from the humans, I guess it's all good. But, hopefully they'll learn better packing techniques. That's all I'm saying. Restocking. So putting things back where they came from. So yeah, that could be a big one. Inventory management, keeping track of stock levels and ensuring accurate records. So again, with all the scanning and image recognition, that's just like par for the course. Not even an issue. That's just built in. Shipping the actual boxes. And then here we get into like with the humans, their physical and cognitive demands. So they get physical strain. So lifting, bending, and walking long distances can lead to fatigue and injury. Repetitive motion, continuous use of same muscle groups for sorting, packing, and scanning, and accuracy pressure. So workers must balance speed and precision, especially during peak demand seasons. So I guess that means like they make more mistakes if they have to like turn the belt faster, so they're trying to sort faster. Well, man, that's a form of torture. Let's see. So while humans excel at flexibility, decision making, and handling unexpected situations, the introduction of robotics like Sparrow aims to mitigate the physical strain and repetitive nature of these tasks by removing humans. By automating the more routine aspects, human workers can focus on oversight, problem solving, and higher value responsibilities. So yeah, oversight. Make sure that the robot doesn't shove something in there wrong. That's a fun job. Problem solving. Oh, they put something in, like they packed something, the arm put it in so it'll break when it gets packed. Oh, that's a fun job. And higher value responsibilities. Okay, like what? Moving more objects faster, higher, faster? I don't know. Just seems like they really just want to get rid of the humans out of the warehouse. So yeah, this video is getting a little longer. I was going to kind of touch on what Uber and Lyft are doing. I think I'm going to move that to another video because that's another interesting set of problems. I'm curious if any of you are Amazon workers and you're seeing signs of this. Frankly, I thought the strikes that were happening during Christmas holiday season were fruitless because the videos I showed you are 2 years old. It's really only a matter of time before they scale this up and deploy it all to all their warehouses. and basically just go down from the thousands of humans to maybe like a handful, just watching the arms and make sure they don't break stuff. That's really all the jobs that are going to be left for the humans besides maintenance at this point. But anyway, if you like this kind of content, like and subscribe. And until the next one, peace.